Spectrum, I'm Danny.
And I'm Josh, and this is the premiere production of Noise News.
We've got a great show for you today, so let's get started.
Now to Megan and Dakota with a spotlight on Mr. Wagner.
Do you remember Spectrum's legendary theater director, Mr. Wagner? Well, he's back, and we scored an interview with him about life, theater, and what he's done since he left Spectrum.
I went to Taiwan to teach English and to be part of a coffee shop ministry.
And what did you...
His love of Asian culture began in his college days at Crown.
I loved the people. I got to go to China in 2007 when I was in college, and God really gave me a heart and a love for Asian culture. So I just really enjoyed everything about my time in Taiwan with the people and the culture.
His passion for teaching is rivaled only by his admiration for theater. Ever since his high school years, he has always felt at home on the stage, and he quickly settled into his position as head theater director at Spectrum. Amy Kinney, English teacher and former theater collaborator with Mr. Wagner, enjoyed the experiences she shared with her co-director. What were your experiences with him?
We had a lot of fun together, working together, Mr. Wagner and myself. Mr. Wagner is a visionary as far as it comes with theater. He has big ideas and he has very lofty expectations and vision for the theater department. So we worked well together because I was the one that brought him back down to earth. He would say things like, "Kitty, I have a great idea for the next show. We're going to get a live shark tank and a petting zoo, and we're going to have a roller skating rink and skydiving." And how about a Russian banquet? And I would say, "Wagner, here's what we'll do instead. We'll get a bunch of crock pots, we'll put some beans and weenies in them, and we'll have a parent meeting, and then we'll talk about the costumes." And then he'll say, "Oh, okay, can I still have the live shark tank?" And I would say, "No, you can't." So we had a wonderful time kind of being the yin and the yang. He was a visionary and I was the person that grounded everything. My favorite memory of Mr. Wagner is when we would get together to plan the gifts and the prizes that we'd give to the cast at the cast parties. We came up with something special for each student and tried to commemorate something that the student did really well, or some kind of, we would make up awards for the student. And it was really beneficial and fun for us to be able to praise the students in that way.
Perhaps the most memorable experiences are shared by his students. Marie Miller fondly recalls her time in Wagner's productions.
He was very creative and had everything set out and knew what he was doing ahead of time and had it all had an idea for everything. Probably one of my favorite moments was at the cast party after Wizard of Oz, with all just the funness and all the awards and stuff.
Even though he is gone, he still considers the actors his students.
If I return. Even if I don't return, I would love to come back and visit and see you guys perform. Whatever you perform, I would love to come see. So.
Though he has left his positions at Spectrum, his legacy still lives on through the stage. Dakota Woolhouse and Megan Hassing, signing off.
That makes me hungry for more news. Now to the taste test guys with water tests.
Hey guys, welcome to a super special science edition of the Taste Test Guys. For the first time, we are running Taste Test Guys with actual scientific value using a relatively crude but effective scientific method.
Water. Is there a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference between all the fancy, expensive brands?
And tap water. We've got tap water as well.
Tap water.
We don't discriminate.
Free water.
We don't discriminate. The first two are going to be completely normal, but the last two are going to have a super secret special twist.
It's going to get super secret.
Super secret, super spooky.
Super special.
Too spooky for me.
This is Tab. This is Dasani water. This is Dafina.
Dafina?
Or
Aquafina?
Yeah, Aquafina. This is... Actually, no, this one's Tab water. This one's...
On the floor now.
Oh, shoot. This one's Propel. And... this one's Smart water.
Alright.
This one's Tap. Dang it. Actually, I don't know. This one is propel. This one's tap. This one's design. This is really hard. This one's Aquafina. Well, Smart Water because that's the only one I have left, so. These all tap.
They're not all tap. No. You say do the taste all the same?
Yeah.
They're all actually the same thing, but they weren't all tap. Which one were they?
Smart.
Yeah.
That's tap.
What's this? Tap.
Smart water.
Dasani. Wait, let me try this one first. Dasani. What were my other two choices?
There's Dasani
and Propel.
Yeah.
Okay. These two taste the same. I don't know, I'll just wing it. Aquafina and Propel.
Which one is your favorite?
This one.
Which one is your least favorite?
This one.
Alright, want to be let in on a secret?
Alright, sure.
They were all literally the exact same.
I haven't really been anywhere noteworthy or mentionable.
What a splashing story. We will be right back with a brief message from Carter.
Now that the history of rock and roll is over, I'm going to start doing 1-minute rants, in which I choose something that makes me mad and I try and rant about it unscripted for at least a minute. Today's topic is common courtesy in restaurants. Here I go. One thing that makes me mad in restaurants is birthdays. When I go out to eat, I want to have a peaceful, quiet meal. And when it just so happens to be someone's birthday, the restaurant feels it's necessary to gather every employee in the vicinity to sing happy birthday to someone who may have been their birthday. It may have not. They just take their word for it. Who knows? Number 2, babies. Babies are loud and annoying, in my opinion, that is. And I know babies can't help but scream in most circumstances, but it's their parents' decision to bring them to their restaurant or not. Just get a babysitter. Come on. Number 3, obnoxious conversations. When I sit next to someone in Applebee's, not particularly next to me in my booth, but an adjacent booth, so to speak, I often find myself listening to their inane and indiscriminate conversations that make absolutely no rational sense, in my opinion. Thank you, and that's all the time I have for today. The premiere
Many years ago, prom was the first adult social event many high schoolers attended where they dressed up in their best. Boys asked girls by simply asking, "Will you go to prom with me?" Now, prom has flourished into much more than a simple dance. Girls take weeks to plan what they're going to wear, and guys usually come up with crazy promposals. Other countries even have their own prom with their own traditions. Even if you realize it or not, Spectrum has a prom every year. If you want to come see everyone attending prom this year, come to the Grand March on May 2nd at Spectrum at 4:30. Spectrum's Grand March is usually not that long. Come out and see everyone dressed up in their best. Hope to see you there. This has been another TED Talk with Ted.
We are back.
And thank goodness for that. I don't know what I would do without Noise News.
You are such a drama queen. Anyway, let's see what our sports department has to tell us about Elizabeth Hackbarth.
Stockwell bringing the Spectrum Sports, and I'm here with Coach Offley. I'm at the youth tournament for Spectrum. The gym's just awesome.
Elizabeth Hackbarth is our highlighted Spectrum student of the week. balancing softball and academics and excelling at both. We decided to ask Mrs. Splonkowski a few things about her.
I definitely say major teamwork. She works well with everybody on the team. She is a very hard worker when she comes to practice. It's ready to go all the time. Hardcore, intense kind of ball player. She plays third base for us and just has a massive arm.
I think I bring good defense to the team.
What I know of her, seeing her off the field, she gets along, again, really well with all the girls. She is actually kind of quiet. I thought so anyway. She likes to have fun though, but she doesn't get too crazy from what I've noticed. But I could be totally wrong.
Great job, Elizabeth. Keep up the good work.
Now that is one successful student.
You betcha. Well, that's all the news we have for you today.
This has been the premier production of Noise News, keeping you in on the noise.
What's up, Spectrum? I'm Danny.
And I'm Josh, and this is the premier production of Noise News. What is you have one job.
It was Bonnie bumped the camera and